Chapter 4. The First Storm. The warm summer nights slowly began to fade into early autumn. The air grew cooler. The leaves began to turn gold, and a quiet sadness seemed to drift through Willow Creek. Sarah and Michael were still seeing each other, still walking by the lake, still laughing over milkshakes at the diner, but beneath their smiles, both could feel a storm quietly gathering. It began with a letter. One afternoon, while Michael was helping at the dealership, his father called him into the office. The room smelled of leather and cigars, polished and perfect like everything Richard Thompson owned. His father held an envelope in his hand, cream-colored with the family seal pressed in red wax. "You are expected to attend the company dinner this Friday," Richard said firmly. "And I don't want any distractions." Michael looked up. "Distractions?" Richard's voice was calm, but his eyes were sharp. "I know you've been spending time with that girl from the diner. Sarah Miller, isn't it?" Michael's stomach tightened. "Yes, father, I have." Richard leaned back in his chair, folding his hands. "Michael, you're a Thompson. You will inherit this business one day. Our family has a name, a reputation. You can't throw that away over infatuation." "It's not infatuation," Michael said quietly. "I love her." The words hung in the air like thunder before rain. Richard's expression hardened. "Love doesn't change where she comes from. Her father pumps gas, Michael. Her mother cleans houses. That's not the life for you." Michael clenched his fists. "She's kind. She's honest. She's more real than anyone I've ever met." "Real," Richard repeated, his tone cold. "Reality is that money, education, and background matter. One day you'll thank me for stopping you from making a mistake." For a moment, silence filled the room. Then Michael stood. "If loving her is a mistake, I'll live with it." He walked out before his father could answer. Outside, the air smelled like rain, heavy and waiting to fall. That evening, Michael drove straight to the diner. Sarah was there, wiping tables, her hair tied up, humming softly to the jukebox tune, "Landslide" by Fleetwood Mac. When she saw him, she smiled, but her smile faded when she noticed his troubled eyes. "Michael, what's wrong?" He hesitated, unsure how to begin. "My father knows about us." Sarah froze for a moment, and Michael sighed. "He doesn't approve. He said you're not from our world." Her face fell, though she tried to hide it. "I see." "Sarah, please," he said quickly. "I don't care what he thinks. I love you." She looked down, her fingers tightening around the cloth in her hands. "Love isn't always enough, Michael. Your parents, they have power. They can make your life difficult. Let them," he said fiercely. "I'll find my own way if I have to." Sarah's eyes softened with both love and worry. "You say that now, but someday you might regret it." "I don't want to be the reason you lose your family." He stepped closer, his voice breaking. "You could never be a reason for regret." They stood there, surrounded by the quiet hum of the diner and the soft glow of neon lights. For a moment, they just looked at each other, two hearts fighting against a world that refused to understand. That night, Sarah couldn't sleep. She lay in bed staring at the ceiling, the sound of distant thunder echoing outside. Her mother knocked softly and entered the room. "You've been quiet lately, sweetheart," she said gently. "Is it about that boy from the hill?" Sarah nodded, tears glistening in her eyes. "His parents don't want him to see me." Her mother sat beside her, brushing her hair back. "Love can be hard when the world doesn't agree. But if it's real, it finds a way, even if it takes time." Sarah held her mother's hand. "What if it hurts him?" Her mother smiled sadly. "Then he'll learn what love really means." The next few days were heavy. Michael tried to reason with his parents, but they refused to listen. His mother, though softer than his father, still said, "Michael, we just want what's best for you. She's a lovely girl, but your lives are too different." "You don't understand," Michael said quietly. "She makes me feel alive." But his parents only exchanged weary looks, the kind that said you'll understand when you're older. At the diner, people began to whisper. Small towns have long memories and sharp tongues. Some customers smiled politely at Sarah. Others looked away. Rumors spread, the poor waitress chasing the rich man's son. Sarah pretended not to hear, but each word cut deep. One night after closing, she found Michael waiting outside in the rain. He was soaked, his hair plastered to his forehead, his eyes desperate. "Sarah," he said, breathless, "I can't stand being apart from you. She stepped under the umbrella, her voice trembling. "Michael, I love you too. But it's tearing you apart. Maybe we should—" "Don't say it," he interrupted. "Don't let them win." Tears welled in her eyes. "I don't want to hurt you." He cupped her face gently. "You could never hurt me." The rain fell harder, drumming on the umbrella, washing over them like the first storm of their love. And under that gray sky they kissed, not out of joy, but out of defiance, fear, and longing. It was the kind of kiss that carried both hope and heartbreak, the kind that people remember long after the rain has stopped. That night, as Sarah watched him drive away through the downpour, she whispered to herself, "Please let love be enough." But deep inside, she knew the storm had only just begun. And some loves begin with sunshine, but the ones that last are often tested by rain. And though Sarah and Michael didn't yet know it, this storm would change everything.